Good morning, everybody. This is Hawk.
This is Lady Hawk. It's
And
not morning.
It's close enough because this is
Hok Talk.
Hok Talk. You gotta keep it fresh once in a while.
Oh, no, you just sound confused.
Well, sometimes I am. You never know.
I think most of the time you are.
That's probably a fair assessment.
And he just acts grumpy so that nobody talks to him, so we don't question it.
That's probably a fair assessment.
It's totally a fair assessment. The oldest always thinks you're mad. She always... Why is he so grumpy?
Not.
He's not. Just don't look at his face. It's fine.
No, it's mean.
Well, you look grumpy.
Just don't look at his face.
I'm used to your face, but the kids are not. So I do not have a celebrity side-eye today because I have a celebrity role model. Role model? I don't know why that sounded weird. Role model.
It's the reverse of deja vu.
It's kind of like when I try to say rural. I can't say that word either. All right. But anyway, I want to highlight Demi Moore and Bruce Willis and his wife, Emma Hemming Willis. So Bruce Willis and Demi Moore were married in the 90s. I know they got divorced in 1998. They had 3 daughters together. They made a promise to each other that they were going to stay cordial. They were going to stay friends, which people say it doesn't always work out. These two were the epitome of that because when she started having issues, she had gotten married in, I don't know, in the early 2000s, I think. She got married to Ashton Kutcher. He was a lot younger than her. I think 16 years younger than her. They had attempted to have a baby. She miscarried because she was older. It took a toll on their marriage and they ended up getting divorced. She has her stories about what happened in the marriage. He has his stories, but ultimately Demi Moore ended up having a problem with substances. They were prescription substances, but she had a problem with them. Her daughters, who were not quite adults yet, but darn near adults, and her ex-husband, both of her ex-husbands actually, were part of an intervention trying to get her help. She was angry about it. She did finally accept help.
That's good.
But throughout this entire thing, Bruce Willis and his wife have been very much in her corner, there for her, making sure that she is around the kids, making sure she gets the help that she needs. When her and Ashton got divorced, she went right to them in their, they had like a guest home, and she stayed there because she didn't have a home at that point, but she wanted to be close to her girls. So that's what she did. She stayed in a guest house. They took care of her. They made sure she was okay. And so recently, in 2022, it came out that Bruce Willis was basically stepping back from the entertainment world. He announced that he had been diagnosed with aphasia, which is a form of dementia, or oftentimes if somebody has a traumatic brain injury or a stroke, they have issues with aphasia. I have issues with aphasia because of my brain injury from my car accident. So there are times where if I'm tired or I'm frustrated about something or mad, that I will forget words or not be able to think of what I was trying to say. It's very frustrating because with the fact that I've had dyslexia since I was a little girl and I had to battle that, I've always been very proud of my vocabulary. So when I'm like aching to find words, it's difficult. So Bruce Willis did share with the world that he was dealing with a diagnosis of aphasia. He was stepping back from the entertainment world. His wife had sent out pleas to the paparazzi to please stop yelling at him when they see him in public because it was starting to frighten him. So it was a lot of big changes for him, just as a person, I would say. He became a grandfather in this time. And throughout it all, Demi Moore has been involved every step of the way. She's been a sometimes caretaker when his wife needs help, because his wife and him still have daughters who are pretty young, and they're watching their dad go through this. So it's very sad. They said he's pretty much nonverbal now. And so it's nice to see a celebrity couple who genuinely care about each other and are taking care of each other, because they do have kids. And, that's something that you and I really did attempt to do. And for a long while, we're able to successfully have a very great relationship with your ex. And I'm hopeful that if and when my youngest daughter's dad is no longer incarcerated, if he decides to try to be part of her life, that we can make something cordial work. I think that's the best thing you can do for kids.
Oh yeah, they don't know any better.
Well, and they don't deserve it.
No.
We put them in this position. We brought them into this world and then are no longer with their other parent.
Yep.
So that's kind of the best thing that we can do. And there are other circumstances as to why it did not work out with Hok's ex, but for a long time it did. And so I'm grateful for that time. So the Bickerman of the week.
Mm-hmm.
The Bickerman of the week is not between Hok and I, but it's because of Hok that the Bickerman happened. So little baby girl ended up having a little cold situation. We talked about it on another podcast, but she stopped eating. And so I got freaked out because she's tiny. And in fact, we found out just how tiny she was when we went to the vet, because she's 1.67 pounds. So she's a whole lot of tiny. And she wasn't eating for about 2 days. And so that scared me, and I didn't want her to die. And so I took her to the vet, and within a couple hours she was eating again. Thank goodness. But she's on medication. She's on 3 medications a day. And for as tiny as she is feisty. Oh yeah, she's all over the place. So I cannot give her medications on my own. It will not work. I've tried. I halfway successfully did it the other night, but it's because now she's gotten used to it. But initially she was clawing and trying to bite and everything else. So we have to wrap her in a, swaddle her in this blanket, and I have to hold her mouth open while simultaneously putting the medication in her mouth while Hok holds her. And so we have to do this for 3 different medications. And so by the time we get to the 3rd, which is nose drops, she's had enough and she's just over it. Plus 1 medication is a steroid. So
there's that.
It gives her super strength. But so he leaves for work, forgets to help me do the meds. And I'm like, I don't know what to do because I can't do this by myself. So I have to go in and wake up our oldest before she starts school for the day. And I'm like, I need you to get up and help me with her meds because your dad left. And she's like, well, I don't want to. And she's damn near crying. And I'm like, I need your help. And she's like, no. And I'm like, what is the problem? Well, I don't want her to hate me like she hates you guys because you give her the meds. So that was the big concern, is that she didn't want the cat to hate her.
That's the concern.
I damn near had to put her in a chokehold and force her to come help me with this cat. She did not want to do it.
Are you surprised? I think that's a no.
No, I'm not. Something good segment of the week, which I guess is just something good for me because I'm just all kinds of happy about it. But I've always been the mom who is carrying Mary Poppins' purse. I have everything in the purse, everything anybody could ever want, even if they only needed it for 3 seconds 5 years ago. It's in my purse.
Yeah, that's very typical.
I had started collecting the M&M mini containers, and I would keep Tums in them. I'd keep Tylenol in them, allergy medicine, whatever we might need. Band-Aids, I think, were in there. Plastic straws.
Oh yeah, purses are just portable junk drawers.
Yeah,
That's
I just had everything in the purse. And so I just decided last week I'm not carrying a purse anymore. And I have started collecting a few crossbodies because I need a few because I wear different colored outfits. And so not every one is going to go with every outfit, right?
Nope.
Yeah. So I had to buy a few. And that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to wear them at Disneyland, and I'm going to wear them in real life. And I'm not going to wear any purses anymore because my shoulders are starting to get cramped on one side.
Right. No, it's not. I mean, I used one at Disneyland, and
The crossbody?
yeah. Remember I bought the one at the Pirates ride?
Yes.
Yeah, so I get the merit of them. I mean, it's just a smaller sling bag is all it is. But yeah, I mean, for just day to day, I don't see why you wouldn't.
And because all I really need to carry is my little wallet and my keys and my phone.
Yeah, that's all you need.
So why do I need a big purse anymore?
You don't. And the bigger the purse you get, the more stuff you put in it.
Yeah, and I'm just over it. And I only go to the office one day a week, so I don't know why I'm so perturbed about the purse. But probably because I'm just getting older. So stupid things are bothering me.
It's like, I just got to simplify my life.
I do. That's what I'm going to simplify everything. That's where I'm at.
Well, yeah, that's what our plans are.
Yes, we are downsizing. We are simplifying.
We're not downsizing, but...
No, we're going to.
Simplifying, at least.
Getting rid of things.
Well, we definitely need to do that. Which, we're working on it. I mean, besides the whole, like, trying to do all the upgrades and whatnot and the yard stuff. I mean, if we acquire some things there, it's not like if we end up buying heavy equipment, it's not like it's going to just not be used.
Right. We can park it next to the barn.
Yeah, it'd be one of those, if we had it, well, and, your mom would use it.
Yeah.
We have people around here that would use it, but.
Or when it storms or whatever.
Yeah, it depends. Yeah, this is like plan D. It's if all the people we say either they don't show up or having issues, it's like, screw it, we'll just do it ourselves, or they're too expensive. Because that first guy was kind of like, his prices didn't even make sense.
No, they didn't.
I don't think he wanted the job.
I just think that he thought that we didn't know, so we were just going to accept whatever.
Yeah, no, I wasn't going to do that. And no one should do that. You shouldn't sit there and take the first offer. So, yeah, then the other guy didn't show up.
Well, twice.
Yeah, he didn't show up the first time. He's like, well, I'm not going to make it.
But he called.
Yeah, after he was already been late.
Yeah.
He didn't call like before he would have got here. He called like 5 minutes after he should have been here.
Right.
And then they tried to come back the next morning. No call, no show. He texted me at 4:00.
And said, sorry, you couldn't complete your quote.
Yeah, the grammar was not great on it. Like, it was not a professional text message. Like, if you're trying to get someone, because these people are, obviously they don't realize they're interviewing for a job. When they come
let's talk about the first guy. He was late. He set a 4:30 appointment. 4:30? Yeah, 4:30.
Yeah, it's 4:30.
And at 4:50, you finally called, and I think his wife or whoever runs the office answered, oh, he should be on his way. He finally shows up after you called.
Yeah, right.
So they forgot about us to begin with. And I don't know. I just don't know how you do business like this.
To have it twice in a row was highly irritating.
Yeah.
You know, like that was just like,
well, and my mom had a similar experience. And that's why she ended up with the person that she ended up with. But she kept having people cancel or not show up.
Which is highly irritating.
I know.
Like, why even try to do business?
Like, it must be nice that you have so much money that you can just blow everybody off.
I know, right?
I don't know. All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining us. Please like, subscribe, and get those notifies. And we will chat with you later.
Yep, hit the bell. Goodbye.
Bye.
Aw, Potato, why you gotta be so cute?